Hello, welcome back to the Watford Way. I hope you guys are having a good day. I have to say, these 12:30 kickoffs certainly do put me slightly out of kilter. My routine gets slightly ruined. I'm never too sure what exactly to have for lunch. If you're interested, today I've had a hot cross bun, a banana, an apple, and some yogurt. So a very random lunch for me. But yeah, I'm never too sure what to eat because, of course, I have to prepare for these live streams today. But a few of you already in here 10 minutes or so before kickoff away at the Stadium of Light. Today I asked for your score predictions. Joel Power is in chat. He says, get a win today, please. Absolutely. VJ, one of our moderators, says, hi all from a windy yet sunny Sharm el Sheikh over in Egypt. He's confident, which is interesting because I'm certainly not confident. Therefore, Sunderland 0, Watford 2, Louza and Kayembe, easy pickings. Richard, one of our channel members, says afternoon, James. And for channel members, in the next couple of days, you will be getting a member video reviewing the transfer window and kind of me giving a rating on how I think it went from a Watford perspective. Owen says, afternoon, James. How are you doing? I'm doing very well, Owen. He's gone for a 1-1 draw away from home. A Wilfried, Isidore and Pollock goals in the game, which is an interesting prediction. I think in my preview I went for a 3-1 or a 4-1 Watford loss, so it wasn't overly positive. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited for the game. No Joby Bellingham, which is interesting. So no Jobe Bellingham, which is obviously a good thing as a quality midfielder. So yeah, he's missing for the game today. And actually, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go through the starting lineups right now before the players start making their way out onto the pitch. The game today here in the UK is being broadcast live on Sky Sports main event. So on the main channel today, Watford, which is great to see. So this is the Watford and Sunderland starting 11. We'll go through it for you now, starting with, of course, Watford. So a debut today for Egil Selvik in goal. Ryan Andrews at right back with James Abankwah, Matty Pollock and Yasser Larouchi making up the back line. And yeah, I think they've actually got this spot on, to be fair, Thought Mob today. And then you've got Louza and Tom Bashiru as the more sitting midfield players, with Kayembe in front, Chatford on the left, Sissoko on the right, albeit Sissoko playing as a right winger is certainly interesting. And then Mamadou Doumbia up front, who for the next 3 games is going to be Watford's only senior striker. So yeah, I'm interested to see how Doumbia gets on. For Sunderland, you got Anthony Patterson in goal, Hume, Meppen, Luke O'Neill and Sirkin. Dan Neil, Samed, Patrick Roberts, Chris Rigg, Enzo Lefay, who's obviously a quality player, and then Isidore up front. So yeah, you know, with the quality they've got and the team Sunderland have assembled, you'd fully expect them to win this game. But yeah, an interesting 11 from Watford. If I scroll down actually and show you the Watford bench, I think we have 4 academy players on the bench today, which is absolutely crazy. And you can see here, Jonathan Bond, Francisco Sierralta, James Morris, Ngakia Caben. And then after that, we've got Leo Ramirez Espan, Tom Ince, Amin Nabazada, and then Michael Adupoku as well. So, you know, 2 attackers from the academy, 1 midfielder from the academy. Of course, Jonathan Bond was here when he was very young as well. James Morris, you could also argue, counts as a academy player as well. So a very young Watford bench, a very inexperienced bench as well. You do have to say, of course, with the suspensions and injuries we have at the moment, especially to the likes of Rocco Vata and Kwadwo Bar. So yeah, it's not looking particularly great. I mean, looking at Sunderland's bench, I've got Dan Ballard, who's a player I really like. Paveda. Yeah, to be fair, the bench isn't as strong as I thought it was, actually. Jayden Dan's, of course, coming in from Liverpool. He's got an injury at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, they could have, you know, more players available for them as well. But, yeah, the Watford bench is certainly looking... I mean, look at the injuries. We've got Rocco Vata, Pierre Duomo, Kwadwo Bar, Backman, Wiley, Vacuum Bio suspended as well. So yeah, it's an interesting one. It certainly is an interesting one. We should be being joined by Callum at half time as well. And yeah, I've just got to get into the routine of this because we've not had a 12:30 for quite a while. So yeah, looking forward to it. I've got Sky Sports on my screen right now as well. I am watching via Sky, of course, but because I'm watching via their kind of computer app rather than directly through my TV, I probably will be 30 seconds or so behind real time. So if you see a goal yourself and I don't react for 20 or 30 seconds, that is why, because I'm watching through the Sky Sports app rather than directly through my TV. Because downstairs we've got Sky, but upstairs where I reside, I do not have Sky connected to my TV, so I have to watch through my computer. But yeah, the players should be coming out in just a moment, and yeah, looking forward to the game. Melanie's here. Hello all. Hope you're well, Melanie. Yeah, a long old trip up to Sunderland today as well. I saw a rumour on social media earlier that Gino Pozzo travelled up last night on a British Airways flight, apparently. So we'll have to see if Gino Pozzo is in attendance today. But according to someone on social media, their mate saw Gino Pozzo on this plane, and apparently he's up there today. So who knows what to believe? But yeah, apparently Gino is going up to Sunderland today. Tony's here. Yeah, looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to this one. Hopefully, Watford can get a positive result. As I said, I was quite pessimistic in my match preview. I think, as I said, I went for a 3-1 Sunderland or a 4-1 Sunderland. So we'll have to see what happens. Troy Deeney is in the Sky Sports studio today as well. He seems to cover quite a lot of the Watford televised matches, which is good to see. So obviously, Troy, Watford legend, what a guy. And yeah, great to see him in the studio covering Watford once again. I have to say, Sunderland, they've got their flags out today. It's looking absolutely magnificent at the Stadium of Light. They've got a big tifo with the Sunderland badge on. The Sunderland team actually in the tunnel right now. We're just waiting for the Watford team to emerge from the dressing room. And here is Matty Pollock just leading the Watford team out now to greet the Sunderland players. Matty Pollock speaking with the referee today as well. Egil Selvik, who mentioned earlier, the goalkeeper he brought in during the January transfer window from Udinese, he's making his debut today. Let's hope he doesn't make any high-profile mistakes. And statistically, especially command of his area and high crosses, he looks really promising. So we'll have to see how Egil Selvik does in the Championship. But yeah, it's interesting. Hopefully he'll, if it goes well, he'll knock Daniel Batman out of kind of that first choice goalkeeper slot, which yeah, I'm sure that's what his aim is. And yeah, we're just waiting for the referee to instruct the players to walk out of the tunnel now. All of the Sunderland mascots standing alongside their players as well. It looks like quite a nice tunnel at Sunderland, actually. I mean, generally, I think their fan base is quality. To be honest with you, I mean, I put the Sunderland match preview out on YouTube, and I think it's got over 2,100 views now, which is crazy. But it shows how passionate and big their fan base is, especially when you compare it to a club like Watford. And the players are now coming out of the tunnel at the Stadium of Light. Matty Pollock dousing his face there in a bottle of water. And here we go. The Watford staff members following behind. Tom Cleverley talking to his Sunderland counterpart as well. And here we go. Sunderland and Watford coming out of the tunnel. And it is match day here at the Stadium of Light. So, yeah, looking forward to this. Hopefully we get a positive result. And very quickly, I'll take you through the Watford team one last time. Let's bring it up on screen for you now. So for Watford in goal, we've got Egil Selvik. At right back, Ryan Andrews, James Abankwah, Matty Pollock and Yasser Larouchi make up the remainder of the back line. Imran Louza and Tom Deli Bashiru are the two deeper midfield players, with Edu Kayembe ahead, Chafadatse on the left, Sissoko on the right, and Mamadou Doumbia, our 18-year-old Malayan international, leading the line for the Hornets. So that is the Watford team. And yeah, let's hope we can get A positive result. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. You guys in chat seem to be quite positive anyway. I know Owen went for the 1-1. I think VJ went for a 2-0 Watford win. So, yeah, hopefully it's a positive day out up north for Watford. But it's hard to compete when Sunderland can bring in quality like Enzo Lefebvre from AS Roma. I think they have. Is it an option to buy or is it a mandatory buy clause? I'm not too sure. But yeah, looking forward to this one. I've just shown the teams on the screen now, and then we will be underway at the Stadium of Light. It looks sold out to me as well. I can't really see an empty seat at all up at Sunderland today. So fair play to all their fans as well, of course. And yeah, big game for Georgie today, I think, because yeah, he really is the only quality attacker we've got on the pitch today, or at least the only proven attacker anyway. Of course, Doumbia has a lot of potential. But yeah, Georgie Shafatatse, a lot of pressure on his shoulders today. VJ says, I'd be happy with a solid performance, bearing in mind the obvious, but I reckon we can do it. Well, VJ, you are right. You know, we have beaten them already this season at Vicarage Road, albeit we were in a slightly better situation at that point. Josh says, you believe it's a mandatory buy clause if they get promoted. Right, I see. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh. Okay, here we go. I'm nervous. I always start these streams the same way, but yeah, I am bricking it today because we've got a tough run coming up. I mean, the next 3 games especially, Sunderland, Leeds and then Middlesbrough, that's clearly very tough. And then the week after that, we have Luton at Vicarage Road, which of course I'll be attending. So yeah, nervous for that one. But yeah, 3 games to come, of course, before the Luton game. I do hope Tom Cleverley will still be in charge at that point. We'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. But yeah, the Watford players in a huddle at the moment. Musa Sissoko kind of giving the team talk to the Watford players. Doumbia listening on very keenly there. And as I said earlier, I am watching via Sky, of course, but I'm watching via the Sky Sports app on my computer. So if you guys are watching live and you see the goal before me, I do apologise. I'll probably be about 20 or 30 seconds behind. Or equally, you can sync yourselves up with me, pause your television box until you're synced up with where I'm at in the game. And then, yeah, we'll be aligned on the same wavelength. So, yeah, it's up to you how you want to watch. But we have kicked off here at the Stadium of Light. The ball goes all the way back to Anthony Patterson in the Sunderland goal, who kicks long. Ryan Andrews seems to have taken kind of an elbow to the face there. Andrews is on the ground, kind of clutching his mouth here, just 16 seconds into the game. Looks like he might have to receive physio treatment here. I think it's Sirkin who nudged Ryan Andrews here. Yeah, it looks like Ryan Andrews there. They're just showing it on the replay. He took quite a heavy whack to the chin. Looks like he'll be okay. He'll just have a sore mouth after the game, potentially. Black shorts. Yeah, I suppose, Josh, that's because otherwise we'd clash with the Sunderland red. But, yeah. I love the red shorts. I love the red shorts. Melanie says, can't see us getting anything. Hope you're wrong. Solid performance. You agree with VJ. Fair enough. And Tony says, Man City losing. So, yeah, FA Cup fixtures today as well. There's no Premier League games this weekend, remember, of course. It's purely just Championship, League One, League Two, and an FA Cup fixtures, of course, as well. I'm not sure what the FA Cup games are for this weekend. If there's any good ones, do let me know, because I'll definitely, check them out if they're on later today or tomorrow, of course. Here's James Abankwah bringing out the ball from the back line. Louza almost dropping into kind of a centre-back position, just picking up the ball there and passing back to Egil Selvik. If you're interested as to what minute and seconds I'm on 1 minute 43 seconds. So yeah, sync yourselves up with me if you so wish. Here's Abankwah back to Pollock. Watford looking quite comfortable in possession at the moment, I do have to say. Abankwah looking to play out from the back here. He can't find a way through, so he goes back to Louza, who in turn goes back to the debutant for today's game, Egil Selvik, in the Watford goal. Selvik on the ball now. Oh, Selvik with a lovely pass into Musa Sissoko, who heads on and unfortunately finds its way back into Sunderland's possession. Oh, Doumbia putting Patterson under quite a lot of pressure there, and Patterson nearly gave the ball straight to Mamadou Doumbia, but he got it away just in time. Here's Georgie Shakfatatse for Watford. Into Louza. Andrews. Back to Louza. I have to say the midfield looks pretty good for Watford so far, just in these opening couple of minutes or so. Poor from Yasser Larouchi, losing the ball in quite a decent position from an attacking perspective for the Hornets. And yeah, it's a Sunderland throw. Come on, Watford. Charlotte Gibson, hope you're well. Be good to have a strong start to the game for a change. It would, Charlotte, absolutely. But you have to remember, we are very limited in terms of our attacking options today. We've got Musa Sissoko, you know, almost playing at right wing at times. And then obviously an 18-year-old Mamadou Doumbia up front. So yeah, for me, you know, if you offered a draw to me, I would obviously take a draw. But we need to eventually kind of end this run we've been on, because it's been going on for quite a long time now, since really that Cardiff defeat at Vicarage Road. So yeah, Watford desperately need to pick up 3 points sooner rather than later. And what a statement when it would be if we could get that today. Here's Yasser Larouchi, passes back to Egil Selvik, who is looking quite comfortable with his feet, actually. Should we see Gino as a vulture circling? I think he's always a vulture circling, VJ, to be honest with you. I think that's how he operates his football club. You know, as a Watford manager, I don't think you can ever be too comfortable with the position you're in. So, yeah, I would agree with you if that's how you want to word it. Watford trying to make roads down this left-hand side. Georgie gives the ball away. Oh, great play by Sunderland, nearly bypassing Matty Pollock there, and they would have been through on the counter-attack. But Watford thankfully win the ball back. Sloppy in possession once again by Yasser Larouchi, who I have to say is a really terrible left-back. He really is, really poor. Eugene McGeever, hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Happy weekend all, says Eugene. Thank you very much. Yeah, as I say, for these 12:30 games, I mean, the perfect time for me is the classic Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff, because my energy levels are right, I've eaten properly. These 12:30 ones, I never quite know what to do. So yeah, it puts me all out of routine. But yeah, 5 minutes 25 seconds gone here at the Stadium of Light, and it's still Watford 0, Sunderland 0. Neither team having a shot on goal as yet. Touch wood, I don't want to jinx it too much from a Sunderland perspective. Oh, here comes Sunderland. And well claimed there by Egil Selvik. A good attacking move. Chris Rigg with the shot for Sunderland, linking up with Enzo Lefebvre. And yeah, a tame shot from Rigg, and Egil Selvik claims that quite comfortably. So yeah, the first real action for Egil Selvik in the Watford goal today. A tame shot to save from Chris Rigg for Sunderland, who you don't know kind of plays as like an attacking midfielder for Sunderland. So yeah, Enzo Lefebvre, the loanee from AS Roma, wins Sunderland a corner. So the first corner of the game now. Sunderland set to take. And yeah, here we go. Can Selvik come out and claim this ball? Let's see what he's like from corners. Oh, Andrews clears. I thought the ball went out of play there. Sunderland still have it in possession. Here's Lefebvre. Mamadou Doumbia does well to track back and help out defensively. If you are new around here as well, please do hit subscribe by clicking the button down below. It is very much appreciated and helps the channel out. And of course, just by clicking the like button, that helps us out immeasurably as well. Oh, Tom Bashiru with a lovely turn there to get away from his player, and he keeps Watford in a good position here. Abankwa out to Louza. Here's Abankwa back to Louza once again. He's taken a position up on kind of this right-hand side. Sissoko is making a run through the Sunderland defence there, almost what Mamadou Doumbia should have been doing. The ball, unfortunately, goes way past Sissoko and out for a Sunderland goal kick. They take quickly. Luke O'Neill with a lovely ball over the top, but James Abankwa shows a little bit of pace there just to get back and kind of shepherd it out of play. And that should be a Watford goal kick. Sunderland complaining, saying it should have been a corner. But yeah, Watford gets the goal kick from some good defending from James Abankwa, who I feel in the last couple of games especially has been really promising actually alongside Matthew Pollock. Really impressive, and certainly feels a lot more stable than kind of when Ryan Porteous was playing alongside Pollock as well. And while we're here as well, of course, if you have questions about kind of the transfer window and what you think about it, feel free to fire them away in chat, because it is the first time I've spoken to most of you since the transfer window closed just a few days ago. So, yeah, wasn't a great one, was it? Here's Georgie for Watford. Georgie Shaffatatse here. Into Tom Bashiru. Should have shot, really. Ryan Andrews, edge of the box. Sissoko takes a heavy touch, but he holds off the Sunderland players. Back to Andrews. It's a Watford corner. Yes, so Watford have our first corner of the game. We're approaching 10 minutes played here at the Stadium of Light. Some good interplay between Sissoko and Ryan Andrews, and it's led to Watford's first corner of the game. Louza's gone out to take it. He was going to take it quickly there, short to Georgie Shaffatatse. He's opted to not do that instead. Matty Pollock, James Abankwa, Doumbia and Sissoko all in the box, trying to find some space to head this into the Sunderland net. Louza does take it short in the end to Georgie Shaffatatse. Here is Georgie taking on his fullback. Oh, he gets a good ball in. Matty Pollock competing for the header. Pollock shoots. They claim handball. Referee says no penalty, and we play on. Wow, a bit hectic there for a moment. Yeah, the Watford players were adamant it was a handball. Just going to watch it back in the replay here. Pollock. No, I mean, it does strike kind of his lower arm area. But I felt like that was in kind of his natural body position. So, yeah, not a handball for me. And I know we're desperate. But yeah, no, I think the referee got that right in the end. And here comes Sissoko again. Sissoko down this right-hand side. Sissoko doing really well there in that right-wing area, like showing some skills. Here's Sissoko. Oh, a lovely dinked ball into Imran Louza. Well defended by Sunderland. Oh, and it's won back well by Kayembe. Here's Georgie. Get the shot away. Referee, it's a foul. Thank you very much. And Watford have a free kick in a dangerous position. Chris Rigg committing the foul there on Georgie Shaffatatse. And yeah, Watford have a free kick here in a dangerous position. Rudy's in chat. Hello, Rudy. Hope you're well. I'm not surprised that you're not attending Sunderland today. It's a long way to travel, isn't it? And we have to say fair play to, of course, all the Watford fans that have gone up there today. Long old trip. I mean, on the coach, it's probably 7 hours potentially, I would say, each way. So yeah, fair play to everyone who's gone. So yeah, Rudy doing a sensible thing and watching from home like most of us are today. If you want to sync yourselves up with me, as I said, I'm currently on 12 minutes and 15 seconds. I'm watching via the Sky Sports app, so I'm probably about 30 seconds behind real time, which I do apologise about, but there's not too much I can do. So Watford lining up this free kick. It's in such a quality position. A right footer or a left footer could take this. You've got Georgie, Larouche and Louza kind of all standing over it. It looks like Georgie might be the one to strike this. I mean, Patterson for Sunderland is right in the middle of his goal here. Louza takes, and the Sunderland wall, unfortunately, does its job. They jump up and block the shot there from Georgie. Georgie again. Oh, some great skills, but his back heel doesn't find Yasser Larouche, unfortunately. And here comes Sunderland. Here's Isidore. Isidore trying to drive past Ryan Andrews. Ryan Andrews getting turned inside out here. Isidore. And it's well defended by Watford. The referee's given a free kick for a pull back on Isidore there, I believe. I don't think that was a foul personally. I'm just watching this back on the replay. It's great centre-forward play by Isidore, you know, using his strength, power and pace to drive that ball forward. And I think the referee's penalised James Abankwah there for kind of a tug on Isidore's shirt. And like Watford just had, Sunderland now have a free kick in quite a promising position. So yeah, we've gone from one end of the pitch very much to the other. And literally, yeah, I mean, if you compare both free kicks, they're literally in the same kind of centre spot. You know, just in front of the goal, but obviously on opposite sides. So, yeah, it's funny how football works sometimes. Matty Pollock speaking to Egil Selvik there, lining up his wall. God, it would be gutting if this went in. Come on, Watford. Right, it's nearly 15 minutes gone here. Sunderland lining up this free kick. Selvik organises wall. Here we go. Sunderland take. It's blocked and it goes out for a corner. So yeah, very much like Watford's free kick. Matty Pollock there doing really well actually, just blocking that with his foot. And it goes out for a Sunderland corner, their second of the game. Sissoko man marking Isidore just in front of Egil Selvik there. Oh, for goodness sake, that is terrible defending. That is woeful defending. And Watford already behind in this game, 15 minutes gone. And yeah, I think it's Luke O'Neill with the goal from on the back post. That is terrible. That is terrible defending. I'll change the score in just a moment. I need to watch this back because defensively, I do feel there was a big error here. So the corner comes in. Yeah, I think it was Ryan Andrews there. So yeah, Ryan Andrews at the back post. It's just, his body shape is completely wrong. He doesn't defend it properly. The ball's lofted back into the back post and Luke O'Neill there is there to kind of head in, and Watford are behind, unfortunately. So let's get the score changed. Sunderland 1, Watford 0. Luke O'Neill with the goal. A well-worked routine, you could argue. But I think Ryan Andrews is at fault there for his defending at the back post. I thought that was pretty weak, to be honest with you. And yeah, you have to say Sunderland now in front are probably favourites to go on and win this game, really. Yeah, Watford fighting a losing battle already. Here's Edu Kayembe. Come on, Kayembe, pass it. You're too slow. Come on. Into Tom Delly. Louza. Georgie. Back to Louza. And there we go. Watford have actually conceded the most goals from crosses in the Championship this season with 14 goals. That's 2 goals ahead of second place Norwich City. A stat from Sky Sports there, which, yeah, it's not good, is it, really? And again, for me, I felt Ryan Andrews was at fault for that partly. But yeah, tell me if you disagree in the live chat, of course. But I thought that was poor from Andrews at the back post. And here comes Sunderland again. Chris Rigg goes down, and it's another free kick to Sunderland, this time further out, of course. James Abankwa committing the foul once again. So he's got to be careful, otherwise he might pick up a booking from the referee here. Yeah, Abankwa just gets done with a little feint there, and yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hornets house isn't happy. Millwall beating Leeds apparently in the FA Cup 4th round. Wow, a big result there for Millwall if they can hold on to that. Melanie says terrible. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know what else to say really. It was just a woeful goal to concede. But that's what happens when we don't strengthen in the transfer window. You know, we have to make do with what we've got. We could have brought in a left back. You know, Charlie Taylor we were linked with from Southampton. Matt Targett we were linked with from Newcastle. And we've ended up with Yasser Larouchi, who should have actually really been where Ryan Andrews was in that position, in my opinion. Because it was kind of on the left side. I don't know why Andrews as the right back would be there. But yeah, interesting. So here's Sunderland with another free kick. Shot. It's on target. Selvik claims very comfortably. And yeah, you have to say Selvik will not have a clean sheet on his Watford goalkeeping debut anymore after that goal, which is a shame. It is a shame. I can't remember who it was earlier. I think it was Owen who went with the 1-1 prediction. So Owen, your prediction is still very much on if Watford pick up an equalising goal. But yeah, not too good. I actually thought we started the game quite promisingly. Actually, some good combination play in midfield, but again, just lapses in concentration defensively is coming back to bite Watford. Ah, yeah, the purple shirt maybe is not my lucky charm. Again. Oh dear. Throw in for Sunderland here. Yeah, they're looking really good in attack, I have to say. I mean, I could see Sunderland picking up a few goals today, unfortunately. Yeah, some great combination play. Here they come again from the right-hand side, and Selvik, fair play, comes out and claims that again, you know, really quite comfortably. Chris Rigg causing Watford all sorts of problems in that kind of floaty number 10 position. I mean, he is playing as a 10, but really he's moving from left to right, back to the centre. Here's Georgie Shakvatatse. He's got to get the shot away. For God's sake, Georgie. What, he went on such a good run. And then at the final moment, he just fluffs the pass. He just fluffs that final pass. Great run from Georgie, though, to bypass, you know, 3 or 4 Sunderland defenders there. Charlotte says, was about to say how good it was that we got through the first part of the game unscathed. Well, you're watching Watford, Charlotte. What do you expect, really? Here's Pollock. Plays it into Imran Louza. Back to Selvik, who's under pressure. He Cruyff turns and passes it to James Abankwa. My heart was in my mouth for a moment there with Egil Selvik attempting that skill, but fair play. It did work out. If that was Batman, he probably would have conceded from that position. We've seen it many times before. And yeah, already you can kind of see we're very reliant on Georgie Shakvatatse here, providing a moment of magic. And he had the opportunity there, actually, just a moment ago. As I said, he went on that really mazy run but then in the final moments, he just kind of fluffed his lines really, which was really disappointing. Here is Georgie once again though, picking up the ball in a decent position, out wide to Ryan Andrews here, back to TDB. Here's Georgie, out wide to Musa Sissoko on this right hand side. I still can't believe Sissoko is playing as a right winger, but that is the position we are in currently. Louza into Georgie again. Tom Delly back to Sissoko. Sissoko back again, this time to James Abankwah. Here's Pollock. Watford playing quite high at the moment, which is good to see. Abankwah again into Tom Delly. Watford just trying to find a way through the Sunderland defence here, trying to break them down. Ryan Andrews here, back to Georgie. I mean, we're not really achieving anything by all these passes at the moment. Here's Louza, attempts the shot, it's blocked, Sunderland clear. Isidore chasing this, Abankwah gets there first. Georgie, well played, back to James Abankwah. Watford having a good spell of possession here actually. 23 minutes, 20 seconds into the game. So we're about halfway through the first half now, and so far Watford are only 1 goal down. I expected it to be a lot worse actually. VJ says, thank goodness Jerry Sudworth hasn't shown up. I'm sure he'll be here at some point, VJ. Unless he's maybe gone to watch Wildstone for a change. Who knows? Here's Louza. Back to Ryan Andrews. Back to Imran Louza. Pollock. Pollock out to Yasser Larouchi. Go on, Larouchi. That's it. Use your pace. Well done. Loses the ball. It's okay. Watford still have possession. Pollock spreads it out to the right-hand side to find Imran Louza. Oh, this is a good period of pressure from Watford, actually. Here's Sissoko. What an awful shot by Musa Sissoko. And that is why he does not play as a right winger usually. I mean, oh my God, I can't even believe he's attempted that. Tom Cleverley looks quite frustrated, actually, because that was a good period of possession for Watford. Probably the best spell of the game so far. And Sissoko kind of attempted a shot that wasn't really on. So yeah, some odd decision making there. But Watford, there we go. We've regained possession once again. Here's Matty Pollock. Our main TV in our living room unfortunately blew up during the week, so I can hear my parents downstairs right now assembling the new TV we brought, which is exciting. So yeah, it's a shame because I liked our old TV, but the new TV looks very nice, so I'm not complaining too much. Doumbia doing well to chase down a ball. I've not seen too much of Doumbia today, actually. It's felt a little bit anonymous for me, potentially, so far, but you have to kind of expect that considering kind of the profile of player he is. I mean, even looking at him here, Sky Sports have the camera on him at the moment. He's so very slight. He's not really that muscular at all in terms of a physical presence. He's very tall, he's very lanky, but in terms of you know, comparing him to someone like Troy Deeney, for example, he's definitely not that physique. So, yeah, Doumbia is an interesting kind of physical profile, definitely. I'm just going to refresh my my feed here because I think I may have lost my internet connection just for a moment. So yeah, I just want to get back up to where I was. But yeah, not so good for Watford at the moment. I actually think we've played fine, really. Considering the squad we have available to us, I think we've actually been okay in possession. It's just the lapse of concentration, unfortunately, for the goal, which is frustrating. But yeah, we've not been too terrible. I'd say we've been a solid, you know, 6.5 out of 10, like an average performance, which I don't think is too bad, as I said, considering you know, where we are at the moment. Oh dear. Watford with the goal kick here. Selvik sends long, looking to find Sissoko, who doesn't even bother to jump. Okay. Louza does well. Ryan Andrews getting involved, and Watford win the ball back here. The referee's given a foul against Watford. I'm not sure what for, but okay, that is fine. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here as well. As I said, I'm not a huge fan of these 12:30 kickoffs. But we're here. We're watching Watford and we're hoping for a positive result. I mean, if I could have it my way, I would have every match in every league kicking off on a Saturday at 3 p.m. But that is not the way the world works, unfortunately. And TV companies have to get their money somehow. So, yeah, that is why we're watching Watford at 12:30 today. But, yeah. Here's Doumbia. I just think Sissoko being on the right is just a complete waste, really. I'd rather see someone like Nabazada from the academy or Adupoku get a chance who are more natural in that attacking position, because I mean, what's the point in having Sissoko there other than from kind of a leadership perspective? I don't really see any other reason that Sissoko is playing as a right winger today, because I mean, he's not very good as a midfielder anyway. So playing as a right winger is even worse, in my opinion. Sunderland with the throw here. Tom Potts. Hello, James. How are we playing? No, to be fair, Tom, I don't think we've been too bad, to be honest. It's just a lack of quality in the final third. In possession, I think we've been pretty good. Generally, it's just that final pass that we've been missing, the killer instinct up front. But generally, I think we've been fine. The goal, I felt, I mean, you can watch it yourself, of course, but the goal I felt was Ryan Andrews was at fault potentially for not kind of getting rid of that first ball from the corner. And here are Sunderland actually with the corner now. It's taken towards the back stick. Selvik comes and punches clear, and it goes out for a Sunderland throw. Good punch there from Selvik, actually, just getting that out of danger for Watford. I think we'll be joined by Callum at half-time as well to get his thoughts on the current state of affairs and how he thinks the game has gone as well. Larouche clears. Here's Georgie. So a chance for Watford on the counter here. And that's poor from Georgie. Sissoko is running through. He would have been through one-on-one. Mamadou Doumbia picking up the first yellow card of the game here. Let's just watch the challenge back in the replay. What? That is not a yellow card, ref. Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's a yellow card in my opinion. I think it's been quite harsh there, the referee, actually. So less than 15 minutes to go until half-time. It's been a pretty tough watch from a Watford perspective, just because, I mean, do you count Sissoko's shot as a shot on goal? I mean, I personally wouldn't count that because it was so terrible. But I suppose if you count the Sissoko shot, we've had one attempt on goal. Oh, great play by Doumbia. Really good. The referee blowing up for a foul, this time in our favour for once. And yeah, the referee that time giving out a yellow card to Sunderland as well. Doumbia clutching his left, upper left ankle there. And yeah, you know, that challenge was definitely a yellow card because that challenge definitely had more, you know, violent intent than Doumbia one. And yeah, Dennis Serkin there The Sunderland number 3 gets booked immediately after Mamadou Doumbia picks up a yellow card as well. So yeah, that challenge certainly was more yellow card worthy for me than the Doumbia one. Absolutely. Come on, Watford. Free kick is taken short once again, which is again very odd. I hate it when that happens. You know, when you push all your centre backs into the box, you say Matty Pollock, Ryan Andrews, James Abankwah, get up the pitch, and then you end up taking the free kick short. I mean, for me, it's just such a waste of everyone's energy. And yeah, ultimately, nothing happened from that free kick. Watford just had a throw. Here's Pollock, Tom Dele-Bashiru now on the ball. James Abankwah now, who looks a little bit panicky today, to be honest with you, in possession. Here's Sissoko on this right-hand side. Lays it off well to Andrews. Back to Abankwah, who takes a heavy touch, but he composes himself well. Tom Dele-Bashiru turns away from his man. Imran Louza spreads wide to Yasser Larouchi. Pollock into Abankwah. That's been a combination we've seen quite a lot today. Matty Pollock and James Abankwah just passing between themselves, which I understand at times it can relieve pressure, but equally, as we're seeing right now, if Abankwah gets it wrong, Isidore and Abankwah there having a little bit of a tussle between each other. I mean, that should be a yellow card, referee, on Isidore. I mean, that's just ridiculous. It's just unnecessarily violent, pushing him to the ground. So the referee does have a yellow card out here. And yeah, he has booked Isidore there for his just unnecessary kind of... Yeah, I mean, that is just strange. I don't know what Isidore is trying to achieve there, really. I mean, Abankwah beats him, gets in front of him, and I mean, Isidore, he's kind of lashing out with his feet, with his arms. I mean, it's just very odd behaviour. So yeah, all of a sudden, in the last 5 minutes or so, Watford and Sunderland have been picking up loads of yellow cards. I think we've had 3 in the last couple of minutes. Doumbia does well. Oh, great play by Mamadou Doumbia into Kayembe. He passes back to Matty Pollock. Kayembe again here, looking to find Doumbia with the through ball over the top. And it goes back to Anthony Patterson in the Sunderland goal. Come on, Watford. I will always believe when there's only a 1-goal lead in a game. I will always believe. I mean, if this game goes to 2-0 or 3-0, then maybe I will reserve my expectations somewhat. But whilst the game remains at 1-0, I will believe that Watford can get back into it. So yeah, I would take 1-0 at half time at the moment. It's an odd game, really. Like it's really a game of like 10-minute spells. Like for 10 minutes, Watford will have loads of possession. Then the next 10 minutes, Sunderland will kind of regain possession. Andrews loses the ball there really poorly. Shot comes in. It's deflected. I mean, I thought that was about to find its way into the back of the net. Chris Rigg, once again, a big threat in this game in that number 10 position. And goes out for a Sunderland corner. Ryan Andrews just running into trouble there. It's really poor awareness from Andrews. And yeah, deflection off a Watford player. Come off Matty Pollock in the end, and it goes out for another Sunderland corner. And yeah, Ryan Andrews, I mean, I love Ryan Andrews, and I always will, because he come through the academy and he did very well. But sometimes he doesn't help himself with his decision making, I do have to say. How's the weather over in Egypt, VJ? You've been up to anything interesting? Have they got like nice markets out there? You can buy like local street food. I'm not too sure where exactly you are staying in Sharm el Sheikh. I assume you're in quite a touristy destination, perhaps. So yeah, let us know what you've been up to over there. The weather certainly would be better than it is today. I think it's about 5 degrees outside today. I mean, there was even some like hail showers where I was yesterday in the UK. So cold. Andrews better defensively that time, gets the ball clear. The ball comes back in, and that should have been 2-0 Sunderland. Again, Luke O'Neill with the header goes just wide of the post and out for a Watford goal kick. Some lovely deliveries coming into the box from Sunderland today. Really teasing for kind of anyone to run onto. It was O'Neill at the near post that time. Beating James Abankwah in the air, which he shouldn't be doing really. James Abankwah is much bigger than Luke O'Neill, but yeah, they should be 2 or 3 goals up really at this stage already. Here's Larouche. Into Georgie. Some good interplay. Tom Delly. Louza. It's just a waste. It's a 2v2 situation here. Abankwah and Pollock versus 2 Sunderland attackers. And Pollock comes out victorious. That is what we like to see. Lovely touch by Georgie. Referee, that's disgusting. A disgusting foul on Georgie. Thank you very much. That should be a yellow card again, but he's not giving it. And Watford take quickly. Here's Georgie down the left-hand side. Tom Delly. Back to Louza. I think Watford are culprits sometimes of... I mean, I know this is how Tom Cleverley wants to play. He likes to be very controlled in possession and break teams down over time. But I do think sometimes when you have the chance... Oh, Kayembe. I thought that was a goal for a moment. Kayembe hits the side netting. And yeah, that's what I want to see more of actually. Just shooting, when you have the chance, have a shot. Because we've been doing so much passing just around the edge of the box today. Faffing about a little bit. Passing between centre-backs. A lot of passes between kind of Tom Delly and Louza in midfield. But nothing's coming from it. When actually, if you get the chance, if you get that half chance on goal, have a shot and you never know what will happen. Because I always say this, and it's a very simple saying, but if you don't shoot, you don't score. And I don't think Watford shoot enough, personally. And we've not done so, you know, throughout the entire season, really. We've had so many chances in front of goal. Even Georgie against Norwich, for example. I mean, you guys will know the chance I'm referring to where the ball falls to Georgie. He's got an open goal. And instead of shooting in that second he had the chance to, he cut back, passed to Kayembe. And then I think that the shot went over the bar in the end. So, oh my God! Mamadou Doumbia! Penalty ref! What a header from Doumbia. What a header that was by Mamadou Doumbia. Has the referee pointed to the spot here? Is this a Watford penalty? I'm not too sure what's happened. I can't hear the commentary. It was a great header by Mamadou Doumbia. So Yasser Larouche on the left-hand side. Oh, Doumbia should be doing better here. I think that is a penalty, surely. Yes, it is a penalty to Watford. So Doumbia making the penalty. Great header. Then he gets taken down after the header as well. I mean, it's a clear penalty for me. And yeah, Watford have the chance here to equalise in this game. Penalty. Come on. Come on. Well done, Doumbia. Come on. Oh, who's going to take it? I assume Edu Kayembe potentially. Oh, Tom Delly Bashiru's taking it. Okay. Come on. Come on. Please, please, please. You guys are probably ahead of me, so you guys probably already know what's happened. I do apologise. I'm probably 20 seconds or so behind. So here we go. Tom Delly Bashiru standing on the spot just before half-time. This would be a huge goal for the Hornets. Come on, Tom. Back from injury. Stay composed. Take a deep breath. Here we go. TDB on the spot versus Anthony Patterson. Tom Delly shoots and he scores. Watford are back in this game. It's 1-1. At the Stadium of Light, Tom Delly Bashiru scoring the penalty for Watford after Mamadou Doumbia did extremely well to get the header on target. He went down after a tackle and Tom Delly Bashiru has scored the subsequent penalty. And yeah, we're back in the game. I can't get my words out properly today. I do apologise. Oh dear. We're back in the game. Well done, TDB. He's always calm. He's calm. He's cold. He's composed. He's our version of Cole Palmer. He's the Watford Cole Palmer. He's a cool, calm, collected guy, isn't he, Tom Delly Bashiru? And yeah, let's get that shot changed. Let's get the score changed. Sunderland 1, Watford 1. VJ with the super sticker. Thank you so much, VJ. I really appreciate the support. Rudy says get in. Eugene is loving it. VJ says have it. RS9, hello mate, how are you? Come on, he says. Melanie is very happy. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. And I have to say, guys, if you're not watching the game, that all started from Mamadou Doumbia and him getting his header on target as well. Here's Yasser Larouchi. Oh, that's poor. That is a poor ball by Yasser Larouchi. I mean, if I'm Watford right now, I'm keeping it calm until half-time. I don't want to risk going behind again, you know, just before half-time, really. I mean, we'll get Callum's thoughts in the game in just a moment when he comes on. But yeah, TDB slotting that away. Lovely stuff. And great work by Mamadou Doumbia as well. I have to say, he looks to be a really promising prospect. He was unlucky not to score the initial header, actually. Then the ball kind of fell back to him. He chased after it. He gets taken down from behind. I don't know who it was for Sunderland, actually, who took Doumbia down. But yeah, a clear penalty. And here come Watford again. TDB into Louza. Andrews with loads of space on his right-hand side. Louza ignores him. Back to Tom Delly. Georgie. Lots of interchanging passes between the midfielders at the moment. Come on. I'm delighted. I'm delighted. Pollock out wide to Larouchi. And we're doing this as well, guys, with a threadbare squad. I mean, the injuries we've got to key attacking players, the lack of backing in the transfer window, and we're still putting out a decent performance like this. I mean, it just shows how well Tom Cleverley has done this season with the resources he has. Here's a Banquer into Georgie, who's now on this right-hand side, looking to find Andrews running in behind. Andrews goes down. Doumbia. And Doumbia has apparently been too physical, according to the referee, and it's a Sunderland free kick. And Doumbia has a nice smile after that free kick is awarded against him, because I think he's enjoying his football today, Mamadou Doumbia. I'm just watching the penalty incident once again. I mean, it's silly from the Sunderland defender, but a clear penalty. And Tom Delly Bashiru sends the goalkeeper the wrong way with the eyes and puts Watford back into the game. We're into 3 minutes of added time as well now. 2 minutes of added time left to play. Melanie says, can hear the fans loud and clear. I think there's about 400 or so Watford fans that have made the trip up today, which is, you know, so good for them. And thanks for reminding me, Melanie, because it's been such a long journey for them to get up there. I mean, I know a few people flew up there from, I think, Luton and Stansted this morning. But the majority have probably, you know, driven up, gone up overnight, or gone on the club coach today, and it's about a 6 to 7 hour drive up to Sunderland. So fair play to everyone. Richard Lee, one of our channel members, again, thanks for the continued support, Richard. He says, yes, come on, you Orns. Exactly, Richard. You know, I was quite negative going into the game today, but actually, fair play to the lads. I think the performance has been excellent. And here comes Edu Kayembe into Georgie Shafatatse here. Georgie driving up the Sunderland back line. Go on, Georgie. Have a shot. Oh, he's doing so well here, Georgie, to retain possession under pressure. Into Sissoko. Here's Larouchi. Go on, Larouchi. Have a shot. That's the one frustration. Just have a shot. You know, there's a chance there. Get a shot on target. Georgie. Oh, bloody hell, Mamadou Doumbia. Oh my God! Ryan Andrews nearly scoring for Watford. Goodness me, I thought that was finding its way into the far corner. Oh my God. Great play by Watford again. And actually, that's poor. You got to say that's probably poor from Andrews, actually. Oh, it took a deflection. That was on target. That would have been a Watford goal. Tom Cleverley is going like this. He thought it was going in the back of the net. And yeah, Ryan Andrews with a deflected shot there. It should have been a Watford corner. The referee's actually awarded a Sunderland goal kick. And that should be half time. So it is half time. It's Sunderland 1, Watford 1. And the last 20 minutes of that first half, I have to say, was oh my gosh. I need to calm down for a moment. I've not been able to really speak properly today because I'm so out of kilter. But yeah, in summary, I'm very impressed actually with the Watford performance, considering the availability and injuries we have to the Watford squad, and also Tom clearly didn't get what he wanted in the transfer window. So to be going into half time at 1-1, I think is really good. And we'll get Callum in now to get his thoughts on the game. I know Callum has been watching along as well. Callum, hello. How are you? Hope you are having a good day. Actually, Callum, it's not been too bad from a Watford perspective.
Absolutely, yeah. It surprised me, this performance, but particularly with the performances we've had against Preston, Coventry, and Norwich. Obviously, a three loss drought they're on at the moment. It's been really impressive from the boys, and I have to point out some individual performances before I get into the team collectively. I know that you've touched upon him multiple times across the stream. Mamadou Doumbia has really impressed me so far. With the pressure that he's that's been mounted upon him, obviously with Rocco Batta's injury, that he's not travelled with the squad today, to have all this pressure on the main striker spot taking place of Bio, and the performance he's put in today has been really impressive. So if we can keep that up, we've got a really promising prospect on our hands. As well as that, really well taken penalty from TDB. Of course, on his day, we know he's one of the best midfielders that we have, if not the best midfielder that we have. And honestly, I put in a shout for one of the best midfielders in the Championship when he can perform on his day. So really good stuff from him. Georgie, I think, has been active down the left-hand side, but he has been quite wasteful at times. We have seen him get towards the final third and really I misplaced a few passes which could have been really made to put across to some big chances, but hopefully he can improve in the second half. And I do agree with you there saying that Musa Sissoko was a very weird choice playing him a right wing, considering even though our squad's threadbare, I mean, I kind of running on empty at the moment, we do have some options that can operate at the winger spot a lot more naturally. Like we've got players like Tom Ince, and even getting some of our academy players a shot like Adi Poku and Abisada, but ultimately, all in all, he's not been horrendous there. Neither has the whole team. 1-1 was still in it.
Absolutely, and I think, Callum, we have to touch on kind of the Mamadou Doumbia header, and then the tackle, and then the penalty, because all three situations happened very, very quickly. So Doumbia with a really good header, I thought. Anthony Patterson for Sunderland saving it, making a good kind of close range save from the Doumbia header. The ball then fell back into the box. Doumbia chased after it, Callum, was kind of taken down from behind. Of course, I don't have the commentary on, so I wasn't sure if a penalty was or wasn't awarded. Of course, we found out it was awarded to Watford. And then Tomdele Bashiru stepped up, took it, cold, composed, slotted it away, gave the goalkeeper the eyes. It's great to see, firstly, Doumbia getting that header on target, Callum. And then, of course, secondly, Tomdele Bashiru, who's come back from injury recently, slotting it away into that far corner.
Exactly. It's great to see Tom Dibishu back in action. Like you said, they're coming back from injury. I felt like he has been quite shaky in some performances leading up to today, but it's really good to see him really active and providing some opportunities for the team, working alongside our front, our midfield, our left mid, our centre attacking mid in Kayembe and the right winger, playing services up to Doumbia. Yeah, he's been a really vital part of this game so far, and I can only really see that being the same thing in the second half. Yeah, I mean, with Mamadou Doumbia's chances, like we said there, he had that incredible heading chance and a chance right towards the end of the game where we thought, I think we all saw Tom's reaction there, thinking that it had just gone in. He's done some really good work. That's through set pieces while he's in the air. yeah, I can only see that continuing on. He is on a yellow card, which is a bit of a banana peel, but ultimately, if we can get some more service to him and we can really start playing the game through him in the second half, we can see some more chances coming slowly but surely.
Right, I'm going to shoot off just for a couple of minutes, Callum, for a quick toilet break because I have the bladder of an 80-year-old man. I do apologise. But yeah, I'll quickly read this comment from Nathan and then I'll leave you in the capable hands of Callum just for a few minutes. Nathan says, the shorts and the football you saw remind you of the Premier League days. Not as good, but it's confident play. It has been really good at times today, Callum. I mean, some of the players, especially between kind of obviously Louza and Tom Delly, we know the quality they possess. I thought has been excellent. You know, Georgie, as you say, he maybe could be a bit more clinical in the final third, but he's still been very much involved. Ryan Andrews at the end of that first half there. I mean, he was very unlucky, obviously, with the deflection. That could have been 2-1 Watford going into half time. So, yeah, I'll leave you with Callum for the next few minutes, but get your questions in chat, of course. Keep them coming. And, yeah, so far, so good. It's been a really positive performance from Watford.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll just touch on Nathan's comment while James has gone. Yeah, I do agree with that. I feel like it's been very consistent play today as opposed to some of the performances that we put in, which has been brilliant and a really promising sign. And it's like what James touched upon saying with the squad, the threadbare squad, with most players I can only assume are running on empty, that Tom's got to his disposal. He's really using them well. Yeah, he's saying that. But the football reminds me of the Prem days. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of attacking play. There has been, like I said, a few chances where we have been a bit wasteful, which I think could have turned into big chances. And, you know, on any other day, I reckon could have resulted in either goals or assists, mainly going through the left-hand side in Georgie and Larouche. But yeah, we still have a second half to play. Hopefully, we can get the players back in order and we can see a lot more of a fruitful second half, which can hopefully see us in front. You know, it's 1-1. We're still in the game. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I think I may have lagged out. Bear with me just one moment. I don't know what just happened there. Everyone in the stream, just tell me if you can hear me for a sec. Yeah, bear with me just one moment. I want to see if I got... Yeah, everything in my whole computer just completely broke down there for a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, if you can just let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Yeah, just apologies about that. I don't actually know what happened there. This is live. This happens. This is real. This is the technical difficulties that happen. Yeah, anyway, what was I going to say? So I'll move on there. Yeah, I do agree. I think we have been good this first half, and hopefully it continues in the second half there. Just to round off Nathan's question. Oh, brilliant stuff. Thank you, Melanie. Yes, you can hear me. Amazing. Thank you. Okay, right, VJ. What have you put down in the comments there? Callum, that wall could do a splash of red and black. I know this is my Uniacom wall. It is yellow, which looking at the house viewing was quite nice. So I thought that's a very, very nice added touch. And obviously, just brought me with the influence of coming here. So, you know, who knows? I can speak to the landlord and hopefully get a bit of red and black sorted out. Brilliant stuff. Thank you, Melanie, and thank you, Tony, for the confirmation there. Oh, I hate these technical difficulties. You really do, especially when it's live as well. There's only limited things you can do about it. Who else we put? Can we possibly aim for 20 likes? Yes, there are 21 live concurrent viewers. We are on 11 likes so far from what I can see. If you guys can drop us a like on the video, that would be much appreciated. On the live stream, sorry. That would be much appreciated. Tony saying there, well done, lads. Keep it up, gives us something to cheer about. Absolutely, Tony. Absolutely. You know, in comparison to some performances that we've seen recently and this whole transfer mania that's really brought a bit of a negative vibe towards the club. It's great to see the performances, great to see the players putting in a good shift for today, and hopefully we can see that continue in the second half. Anything else saying they always need to use the black shorts? Yeah, I've seen you mention that quite a bit, Nathan, in the comments in regards to the black shorts. I mean, who knows, maybe that's something Tom could take on board, but hey, hello, James.
Hello, sorry, I was just downstairs because our TV exploded during the week, Callum. We've had it for about 10 years. So my parents were just putting together a new TV downstairs. So I was just going down to see how the assembly was going, and it's absolutely humongous. So I'm looking forward to
be fair, speaking of technical difficulties, I did kind of disconnect for about a minute or so. It's live. It's technical difficulties. It does happen, but yeah, thankfully
all right.
Melanie and Tony did confirm in the comments saying that they can hear me. So yeah, brilliant stuff.
It's all good.
Yeah,
What
I was just saying.
what you been talking about, Callum?
Yeah, well, I was just been talking about, just been reading the current chat, just seeing what everyone's thoughts are on the game so far. I just answered and capped off Nathan's comment there saying that about our Prem days and how we've had quite consistent, quite a confident performance, and I agree. Like I say, we have been quite wasteful at times, I think, in the first half, which could have resulted in any other match day into goals and assists. But hopefully, we can really improve upon the finishing and be a lot more clinical in the second half. Just so we could, because it is 1-1, it's certainly not over. We can definitely see our noses in front if we can, if we're a lot more fruitful and promising in attack. And obviously with Dumbia leading the line and how confident he's been, that could absolutely happen. So you can never say never. Just reading out the chat as well. So Tony and Melanie there just confirming my little mishap because it's live. That they can hear me, which is brilliant. And then
just
Nathan
looking
said
at the match momentum here. I mean, Watford actually, you can see by the momentum bar here that we've actually had some really good spells of like sustained possession. I mean, Watford 66% possession away from home, a higher expected goals, 8 total shots, 2 big chances. I mean, you have to say, Callum, the performance given the resources. I mean, I mentioned this just before I left, but the performance given the resources we've got at the moment, and that's including the backing in the transfer window, availability, injuries, all the academy players on the bench. I mean, we've been, put all of that together and look at the performance today. I think Tom Clever is doing an incredible job.
Absolutely, is what I was saying when you were gone as well. It was part of the response to Nathan's point there. With the limited resources that we've got, with players that you can only really assume are running on empty at the end of the day, like they've been used week in, week out. We've not really seen much chance for rotation. If so, it'd be with academy players, and like you said there, like we mentioned right at the start of the stream, it's like you did, not on me because I wasn't here, but it's like what you mentioned right at the start of the stream about having such an inexperienced bench. Sure, we've got players like Tom Ince who could bring a bit of experience, but all in all, we've got 3 academy players, 4 if you take into account James Morris. He has done a brilliant job, and it shows he is in capable hands of really taking on this managerial role with good backing. And with the transfer mania that happened, signing obviously Selvik and no one else, I don't think. And obviously that brought a real negative vibe to the club there. Everyone going for Gino Pozzo's throat and for Scott Duxbury's as well. And Gianluca Nani's. It is brilliant what he's achieved, and to see the lads really put in a shift despite all the negativity that's been brought around this month. It's been amazing to see, and hopefully we can keep up in the second half.
Absolutely, and the players will be coming out for the second half in probably just a minute or two. Actually, I'm just keeping an eye on my Sky Sports feed at the moment. In terms of changes you'd like to see, Callum, before we let you go for the second half, looking at the Watford bench, we've got 3 or 4 academy players today. Amin Nabazada, Michael Adepoku, Ramirez Espan. And then really just a bunch of defenders, of course, Francisco Sierralta, Morris Ngakia, Caben, and Jonathan Bond as the backup goalkeepers. So, is it the type of game you kind of throw on them academy players into, or actually is it, given the situation, do you actually just want to keep the players we've got on the pitch and let them continue doing the great job they've done so far?
I'm kind of on the fence with that. Realistically, I mean, you have to obviously analyse the type of opposition we're against. We're against Sunderland. Their promotion, they're really battling promotion or playoffs. So we have to really be careful with how they can exploit us defensively or really outplay us in midfield. And like I said, that we do have a midfield player in the youth academy which can be used, but you've really got to judge the amount of experience that they've got. Weirdly enough, speaking about experience, I know it contradicts really what I've said, but we've seen 2 defenders or 2 central defenders in Francisco Sierralta and Kevin Caben. I could only assume Tom will probably favour Sierralta just considering how much he's played him, but I would really like to see Kevin Caben at some point. I don't really know when that may happen or if he can get a look in, because we do know he's quite versatile and can play in a few positions across the defence. I think he can play in right back as well, but or left back. I think it's like one of the fullback positions. But we do have a young gun in James Bankper running the back line as well with Matty Pollock. So the younger that you are, the engine you're going to have is not exactly as advanced. So hopefully we can see someone like Kevin Caben, really bring an impact. I mean, ultimately we saw Mamadou Doumbia come in. We didn't really expect too much of him considering how young he was, and we've seen he's made a major impact so far, and he's shattered our expectations. So it could be up to Tom's decision to bring on someone like Nabazada, who we have seen. He has made a cameo in the Championship, so he has a little bit of experience to see like how intense the league is and stuff. I've not seen too much of Adepoku, but I know I've heard only good things from the academy. So yes, I'd love to see some academy talent, to come through and see how they fare. But I'm just a bit skeptical as whether that's the right type of opposition.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll probably be inclined to agree with you there, Callum. Still waiting for the Watford players to come out here, actually. I'm not sure if they're a little bit delayed or not, but I've gone back to JB McAnuff in the Sky Sports studio. Troy Deeney is there as well, Callum as well, in the studio talking about Watford today. So as soon as the players come out, we'll let Callum go and he'll rejoin us again for 5 or 10 minutes at full time as well. But yeah, Sunderland, Callum, I mean, they've been pretty much what I expected, I would say. I mean, in attack, Chris Rigg, I think, has been running the show. He's had a few shots on goal. Enzo Lefebvre, clearly a quality player on loan from AS Roma. Isidore, he's been battling away with James Abankwa. I think he got booked, didn't he, earlier in the first half for one of his challenges. So they've kind of been what I expected. Defensively, a little bit suspect at times, but overall, I think they still have the quality to, if they want to, come back and ultimately win this game. But in terms of your final score prediction, Callum, I'm going to be a bit more positive now. I'm going to go Watford 2, Sunderland 1. What is your prediction for the second half?
Just to point out as well quickly about the Isidore point, battling with James Abankwa. Very unnecessary yellow card he got there. Very unnecessarily violent. Yeah, I don't really know what that was about there. That wasn't very needed. But anyway, moving on from that, I've seen this. It's been a very positive performance, and I can definitely see us bagging another one. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm normally never really this positive, but ultimately I can only see us improving from there. While we've got limited options on the bench that really bring that much experience, it's always good for a little burst of energy, especially when players like this that have been used time and time again are probably their gas tank's probably running very low. So it'd be really good to see some young bucks get a play out. I want to go for a 2-1. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Watford win. Oh, shock Cal being optimistic, but
we are underway here in the second half, Callum. So we'll leave you there and we'll rejoin you again at full time. Okay.
No worries. Come on, you Warns.
All right. See you, Callum. Bye bye. Here comes Georgie Shakfatatse driving forward. He finds Edu Kayembe. Kayembe, still Kayembe. Into Imran Louza. Louza shoots. Oh my God! Oh my God! What a goal! What a goal! Imran Louza, goodness me! I can't believe it! Oh my God! What a strike! What a strike! Early on in this second half. Goodness gracious me! I can't believe what I've just witnessed. Oh my God! What a sensational goal. Goal of the season contender. Imran Louza, you beauty. Oh my God. Oh my God. What have I just witnessed? Goodness gracious. That is sensational. Imran Louza. I'm just watching it on the replay here. Oh my God. That is a quality finish. That is quality. No goalkeeper is saving that. Oh, loser. Sorry, I'm making some strange noises here. That is an unbelievable goal. VJ celebrating with the super sticker. Thank you so much, VJ. Really appreciate it. Oh, God. That is unbelievable. I don't have the words to describe what I've just witnessed. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Is this finally the game Watford win? Who knows? Who knows? What a goal. Tony says, lovely jubbly. Charlotte says, fantastic start to the second half. Looking forward to seeing that goal on the highlights. Richard says, get in. Rudy says, get in. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Woo. Woo. What a goal. The Sunderland manager looks absolutely rattled by that, which is great to see. Tom Cleverley chewing his gum, staying calm and composed. Wow. Oh my God. That is unbelievable. Honestly, that is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. And I'm watching from home. Can you imagine the Watford fans in the stadium, what they'd be thinking right now? Come on, right. The issue is now we've scored so early on in this second half that Sunderland still have 45 minutes to get back into the game. So if Watford really want to secure this lead, ideally we want to get that that third goal and have that 2-goal advantage. And I think Sunderland are now going to put Watford on under a lot of pressure. Sorry, let me just change the score. Thanks for reminding me. Oh my gosh. Just unbelievable. Nathan says, don't tell me we're back to being good away from home, but bad at home. Or maybe we are, Nathan. Who knows? Matt says, welcome to the stream, Matt. That goal at the moment has to be goal of the month. I would say potentially goal of the season, Matt. I mean, wow. Wow. Unreal. That is unreal. I'm just watching it back on the replay here. Oh, it's just, honestly, if you guys play FIFA or like EAFC, whatever it's called now, that is the definition of a finesse shot into the far corner. I mean, oh my God, I don't have the words. If you're not watching this game right now, just go on social media, go on Sky Sports Football on Twitter, find the goal and watch it on repeat 10 times because, wow. I mean, I need to calm down. I really do. They've just shown a clip of the Sunderland fans looking really sad, which is really funny. Oh God, it's hilarious. I've done so, Tony. I've changed the score. The Hornets' house is, as soon as you leave, typical happy days. Imran, you little dancer. Wow, unreal, superb. I just want the third goal now. I'm just gonna go on Twitter. Actually, I do excuse me just for one moment. I'm just gonna go on my phone just to see what the reaction is to that goal. Wow. I mean, people are saying it's an outrageous finish. I mean, we are just a weird team. We are just such a weird team. I mean, we can lose to Cardiff, we can lose to Preston, we can lose to Norwich, and then we put in this performance against Sunderland. Wow. I mean, there's still lots of time to go. Let's not be silly here. There's still plenty of time to go. But wow, I mean, what a goal, what a strike. And I tell you what, they've all been great today. You know, Ryan Andrews, yes, he was at fault for the first goal, but he nearly scored himself towards the end of that first half. It should have been a corner, really. And when Louza scored, actually, as well, the camera cut to Louza. He kind of just stood there and smiled, knowing what he'd just done. Wow. Sorry, I will stop talking about the goal in just a moment, but it was so classy. It really was. Theme Park Ted, welcome back to the stream. Banger FC, absolutely, Nathan. Nathan says Sunderland are getting back into the game. Well, they will do, Nathan. It's just natural because obviously Watford scored so early on in kind of the second half. I mean, they've got a whole half of football if they want to turn it around. So, yeah. Come on, Watford. I mean, I'm now going to be nervous for about 40 minutes of football, unfortunately. Oh, God. It was good. It was good. I wish I was able to show you the goal on the stream, but I can't, obviously, as I would get copyrighted by Sky Sports quite rightly. But unbelievable goal. If I had a ball in my room, I would reenact it for you, but I don't unfortunately. Amazing, amazing. I feel like crying. I'm not gonna cry because we're not at that stage. Um, but it was so good. Honestly, we've needed that for some time as a team. But here comes Sunderland standing over a set piece, 52 minutes and 55 seconds played. So approaching the 53-minute mark. If you want to sync yourselves up with me, yeah, plenty of time left to go. For me, given the substitutes we have available, I think this is where the game could change because Sunderland have more quality on the bench and we just simply don't have that. Yes, we've got some promising young players, Nabazada, Ramirez Espan, Morris is on the bench, Adipoku as well. But we just don't have the quality that Sunderland have and the players they have available. So I think later on in the game, 70, 80 minutes when there's tired legs, I think that is where we'll see Watford struggle. But if we can win today, going into kind of the Leeds game, the Middlesbrough game, it will give us so much belief and so much confidence. So I really want Watford, if we can, to hold on to this advantage. So Watford with the throw, Ryan Andrews sends it long. His kind of trademark throw, it's kind of become sending it long. Here's TDB, obviously scoring the early penalty into Matty Pollock. Lovely touch by Matty there, so calm. Out to Georgie Shatfatatse here. Georgie gives it away. And Isidore looks to counter here. He's in a race with Selvik and James Abankwa. Selvik wins the race. He does very well. Really good work by the Watford goalkeeper there against Isidore for Sunderland. Owen says Selvik needs the game of his life today to stop Sunderland getting back into this. He looks really calm, Owen, to be fair. I mean, I wouldn't say he was at fault for the first goal, actually, either. I think Selvik looks pretty, at least compared to Batman, his temperament and his overall aura. Is that the right word? Aura? I don't know. But his general personality and the way he plays, he just seems a lot more calm and composed compared to Daniel Batman, which I think is what we wanted in this Watford team. Just someone who can control the defence, be vocal, be loud, and instruct people where to go. And we know as well, going back to the Louza goal, Sunderland have a free kick here. They've taken it, headed clear, and Selvik claims. We know Louza has that quality in him. We've just not seen it on enough of a regular basis. But my word, I mean, Scott Duxbury in his interview with Do Not Scratch Your Eyes, he said that Louza had received a huge bid from, I think, a Premier League club in January, and Watford refused the bid for both Louza and Georgie Shatfatatse. And there's no surprise to me that people are interested in Louza if he continues to put in, these performances, because I think this is the best version of Louza we've ever seen at Watford. I know when he first joined the club, he was quite good, and in kind of that first season back down in the Championship, he was quality as well. But for me, this season, under Tom Cleverley, since he's come back into the side, he's been one of the best midfielders for me in the division. He really has. Here comes Sunderland again. Are Watford, if we win this game, back into the playoff race? I don't want to say too much anymore because I'm worried we'll bottle it again. But I suppose you have to say if we win today, we are back in contention. Melanie says, off to catch the bus to watch the mighty Hitchin Town. Catch you later. Good stuff, Melanie. Hope you don't get too cold today, because I'm looking outside my window now. It's very grey, it's very wet, and it's very windy. So, try not to get too cold. And I hope you enjoy the Hitchin Town game later this afternoon. As VJ says, subscribe. It costs nothing, and have your say in the live chat. Absolutely. Let's see how many subscribers we're on for today's stream. We're very near 1.3k actually. We're 5 away. So if you guys want to help me out with my goal for today's stream of hitting 1.3k subscribers, please do hit the button down below. We're just 5 subscribers away from hitting that goal. So yeah, it'd be much appreciated if you guys could do that for me. I'm losing my voice actually because I went so mental over the loser goal. I'm starting to to lose my voice somewhat. I might have to introduce Callum earlier than I anticipated back into the stream. Who knows? But yeah, I'll keep going for as long as I can. Sunderland with the ball into the box goes out for a throw. Obviously, they're applying the pressure now. They need the 3 points to stay in the playoff race. And they're making 2 substitutions here. I'll tell you who they are when they come on. So yeah, 2 early subs here for Sunderland. Clearly, Regis isn't happy with what he's seen from his team so far today. So Roberts and Semed off. Paveda, and I just missed who that other person was, but Paveda is come on for Sunderland. I do apologise. I didn't keep the graphic on for long enough for me to read it out for you. Theme Park Ted says if we do win, we have to keep it up. That is the problem. And also, you look at our next few fixtures, Ted, as well. You know, Leeds, Middlesbrough, Luton. It's tough. It really is tough. But I do feel, you know, this might be a hot take, but great defending there by Watford. Superb. I do feel that Watford actually play our best football against these top sides, just because when we have the likes of Louza, Tom Delly, Georgie, you know, Vata and Bar, when they're available and firing, I feel like they do play better against sides who play more football on the ground. Substitution here for Watford. Looks like it's going to be a straight swap. No, not a straight swap. So Yasser Larouchi coming off here, our left back. And Tom clearly wanting a bit more defensive quality on that left-hand side. So Ngakia has come on for Yasser Larouchi, who will be at left back. And then Ryan Andrews, of course, still remaining at right back. And Tom Cleverley always likes to make a change around the 60th minute or so. We've seen him do it many times this season. It seems to become quite habit for him. And yeah, bang on 60 minutes today. Larouchi comes off and Ngakia comes on in that left back position. And you have to say Ngakia will provide Watford with some more physicality and definitely will be a lot more defensively sound than Yasser Larouchi, even if he is playing on his unnatural side. Kevin, afternoon, Jim Bob. Hello, Kevin. Hope you're well. I'm sorry I've not been able to watch any of your streams lately, but I've been very, very busy. But yeah, nice to see you, Kevin. I hope you are doing well. Nathan says, play like this against Luton. Play like this against Luton, we need a better run before then. Well, you know what? If we win today, Nathan, I really do believe that at least against maybe Middlesbrough, perhaps. I mean, Leeds, I'm kind of writing off because they're so good, but I do feel Middlesbrough can certainly be got at if we play the way, you know, if we play the way we have today. Absolutely. Ted says, who would I sell in the summer and who would I bring in? I would sell Batman. I would sell Sissoko, if possible. Who else would I sell? Probably Porteous, actually. Just to bring in some money to reinvest in other areas. Who else would I sell? Just trying to think, really. I wouldn't look to get rid of too many. I'd more look to add to what we've got at the moment. I mean, Batman I would get rid of just because of his salary. If a huge bid come in for Ryan Andrews, I wouldn't be opposed to selling, depending on what the fee was and how much was reinvested. Bar, obviously, I'd look to keep. Vata, I'd look to keep. Georgie, I'd obviously want to keep. Louza, Tom Delly, I'd look to keep. Kayembe, potentially, we could move on as well. And in terms of strikers, well, Vacuum Bio is owned by Udinese now already. So in answer to your question, there's not too many, actually. I would look to look to get rid of, really. Isidore with the attempted shot. The ball falls back to Luke O'Neill here. Sunderland putting Watford under pressure. Ball comes into the box. Someone gets a head on it, but it's deflected out to this right-hand side. Ngakia with his first bit of defending to do here. Oh, it's poor from Abankwah. Oh, shot goes over Egil-Selvic's crossbar from Isidore. They're claiming it's a corner, and it's been awarded down as a Watford goal kick. Oh, Kevin, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Channel doing great, mate. Thank you so much. I will pop in. I know your streams are quite irregular, so I always do keep an eye out. Yeah, I always enjoy chatting about football with you, Kevin. So yeah, I appreciate your continued support. Thank you so much. 20 likes achieved as well, according to you, VJ. Thank you for the continued support today. Nathan says Yasser Larouche is always miles better when we're away from home. Yeah, I could kind of see what you're saying there. I still think we should have brought in another left back in the transfer window. I mean, obviously we brought in Caleb Wiley on loan from Chelsea. Although classic Watford, we bring in a new player. They're not fit for a month, which is frustrating. So yeah, that's a weird deal. But yeah. What are your thoughts on Selvik so far? His look quality. I mean, he's not really had a massive save to make. He's not had like a reaction save. But he just looks so calm, composed. He looks like a natural leader. He's a good age, Norwegian international. I think is a perfect profile for Watford, really. Ted says the problem with loans is that we need to buy players and we need to go and look at the League One market. I agree. Owen says Lefay and Isidore in my EFL team have both been carded. Yeah, the Isidore yellow card, Owen, was really strange, actually. He was just kind of in like a weird tussle with James Abankwah and got yellow carded unnecessarily. So, yeah. And in terms of fantasy EFL, Owen, I was playing it for probably the first half of the season. And then once we got to that Christmas period, I was just so overwhelmed by all like the double game weeks and stuff. So I've not looked at it for probably a month now, which is quite poor of me. I was quite high in the Watford League. I think I was top 100 players in the Watford League table. But yeah, I dropped off, Owen, unfortunately. Let me know how you're doing in terms of your overall fantasy EFL League position. Matthias says, played with him for many years, top goalie. Are you a current player, Matthias? Have you popped in to are you a current football player? I don't know. I've got no idea. But yeah, you played with him for many years. I assume you played with him up in the Norwegian leagues where he was before getting that move to Udinese. So yeah, let us know. I'm intrigued. It's not often we have a former player join us on these live streams. But from first impressions, Matthias, absolutely, he looks really calm, composed, a great command of his area as well. He's come in for lots of crosses. He looks very tall. He looks very confident. So for me, he looks so far in his debut, he looks pretty good, I would say. Here's Matty Pollock on the ball, out to Imran Louza, into Tom Deli Bashiru. Georgie Shakfatatse on the ball now. Here's Georgie, looking to find Ngakia. Ngakia wins Watford a corner. Great work there from Jeremy Ngakia. I'm going to search out your name, Matthias, just to see if you are a former player. Matthias Eriksson. Are you Danish, Matthias, by any chance? Oh, Matthias says, played with him at his local club until you were 15, 16. You're not professional. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, I was getting very excited then, Matthias. I thought we had like a professional footballer tuning in to see how Selvik was doing. But no, that's interesting. Thanks for sharing your story. I really appreciate that. Ted says, do you think we would keep Dan but as a second choice goalkeeper? For me, Ted, I would not do that. I would look to move Dan on. I think he's had his time at Watford. Move him on, get a decent transfer fee. He's obviously probably on a high salary as well. So yeah, I'd look to move Dan on. You know, maybe bring Miles Roberts in as a second choice. But no, for me, if Selvik is good enough, I would keep him as backup. You know, Nathan says Bond could be second choice next season again as well. So yeah, I think Batman should look to move on now, really, in my opinion. They just show Joby Bellingham watching from the stands as well. Obviously, he has an injury today, which means he's unable to play this fixture. I do apologise. My voice is going. It's because I got very excited for the Imran Louza goal, so I'm losing my voice. Ryan Andrews there has been penalised on for a foul on Dan Sirkin. Let me just have a drink. Ugh. So Sunderland with a free kick here. We're coming towards the final stages of the match now, about 20 minutes or so to go. Brown Electron says, I like Dan Batman still, vital in our promotion season. You think he'll come back good? We'll have to wait and see, Dan. Of course, it's all down to Tom Cleverley and what he thinks is best for that goalkeeping position. I know he still has a few fans, Dan Batman, but I just think he's been here for what, 5 or 6 years now. He's kind of had his chance. I think he's maybe, is he 30, 31 years old, Batman? So I'd look to move him on, just cash in, get a transfer fee and reinvest into different positions. Here's Kayembe. Tom Delly out to Musa Sissoko. Come on, Watford. Sissoko looking to get a ball into the box. Here's Ngakia. Tom Delly. Watford still looking quite comfortable in possession, which is good to see. Oh, we've lost it there, though. Georgie with a poor, lazy ball. We just about do enough to defend that. Here comes Sunderland down his left-hand side. Looking very threatening down there with Enzo Lefebvre. Andrews with a great tackle. Really good there from Ryan Andrews in that right back position against Alieski. And another substitution here for Sunderland. They clearly want to go for this game, which is obviously natural given their current league position. Looks like Chris Rigg is coming up for them, who's been a real threat today, I think. And Eliza Mayenda, a Spanish player, is coming on for Sunderland. Never heard of him personally. That could be my lack of ball knowledge, I don't know. But yeah, I've not heard of that Sunderland substitute. Come on, Watford. Oh, I'd be delighted with the win today. I really would. I still think Sunderland have been pretty decent. Like I think we've actually both been. It's one of them games where both teams could nick the win. Really. Oh, great play here down the right-hand side. Well done, Tom Delly, getting back to defend. That's a foul, referee. Thank you very much. Well done, TDB. Really good work from him. Been superb since he's come back from injury. I have to say, Tom Delly. Here's Georgie. Ngakia. Loser. Ted says, did we ever hear anything about the new manager that was coming to Watford? Apparently, according to the journalist who initially reported that, his work permit was rejected, which hindered the move to Watford. So Pacheta, who was set to be replacing Tom Cleverley, had his work permit rejected, according to the original journalist who reported the news. Matthias, welcome once again. He said he's been the best keeper in the Norwegian league for 3 seasons and was deservedly rewarded with a national team spot. He's always had a top mentality, fearless. That is exactly what we like to hear, Matthias. I mean, Matthias, if you want to jump on and do a video with me talking about Selvik, you're more than welcome to, because you clearly have a lot of knowledge about him. I'd be very much happy to do an interview with you about how he is as a player. But yeah, from what you've said, Matthias, he sounds like a real asset for us to have. So how old are you now, Matthias? You must be around the same age as Selvik. You must be about 26, 27 years old, I would assume. Here's Georgie Shakpatatsi for Watford. Kayembe into Sissoko. Lovely play here. Georgie, have a shot. He does so. To be fair to Georgie, he does actually shoot this time, but it is saved very comfortably by Anthony Patterson. The shot was very tame and right down the centre of the Sunderland goal. The weather is still absolutely abysmal outside my window. The rain still coming down here in Watford. The weather doesn't look so bad up in Sunderland, actually. It just looks very cold. Tom definitely had something to do with the work permit getting denied. I think it's all to do with kind of the Brexit rules and stuff since that was introduced, Nathan, rather than anything else, to be honest with you. Nathan says maybe it was a Watford fan who denied it. Who knows? Who knows? I think they have to. I think when you bring managers in from abroad as well, you have to acquire a certain amount of points depending on how successful your career has been. It's quite a complicated process from what I believe. So there would have been many factors that went into Pacheta having his work permit denied, not just the fact that he was a Spanish national. Of course, there's lots of paperwork, his previous experience, how high a level he's managed in his career as well, the wage he would be on. There's so much that goes into these deals. So, I can't believe I'm saying this, but 15 minutes to go, and Watford are still leading Sunderland, which is good. Now, what I'm concerned about is Watford bottling the lead, touch wood. But as it stands, Watford are set to pick up the 3 points at the Stadium of Light. Hopefully, we can hold on, fingers crossed. But as I said, there is still 15 minutes of football plus extra time to be played here. If you message me on social media, Matthias, just on @TheWatfordWay on Instagram or on Twitter, whichever you prefer, I'll ask you some questions, and it'll be good to get you involved in some sort of video about Selvik. I think that'll be quite interesting. So yeah, @TheWatfordWay, follow us, and yeah, we'll try and message you after the game today. Good defending here from Watford. Sissoko tracking back and getting involved, helping out Ryan Andrews on this right-hand side. And it goes out for another Sunderland corner in the end, which is frustrating. Their fans are getting right up for it now. There's a guy there who looks slightly overweight who's cheering for Sunderland. I think he needs to have less pre-match burgers, perhaps. Sorry, it is. When Sky Sports zoom in on fans, and then they do look a bit odd sometimes. So corner comes in for Sunderland. It does look very cold. I mean, they zoomed in on a section of fans there, and they're all wearing hats and scarves up at the Stadium of Light. So it clearly shows how cold it is. I mean, I think we were expecting some snow showers here in the UK over the weekend as well. So yeah. Very cold, very cold. We'll bring Callum in probably for the last 5 minutes or so of the game. So if Callum can hear me and is watching, we'll bring you in. You come in around like the 90th minute mark or just before. We'll bring you in around then, Callum. I just heard my brother walk past, actually. I'll try and get my brother to come in just to say hello, if he can hear me. Ashley. Oh no, he's not there. I want my brother to come in and feature in a watch long, but I think he's too nervous to come on camera. The Hornets house says talking of zooming in on fans. Will never forget my FA Cup final broadcast appearance. You need to send that to me, Callum. I didn't realise you were on camera. You've never told me that story, so I'm interested. Please do send me whatever photo you're referring to. Come on, Watford. Tony says the weather is grim in Bicester too. The last time I went to Bicester, Tony, was to Bicester Village to do some shirt shopping. I've not been to Bicester for about might be 2 or 3 years now, actually. So yeah, nice area though, to be fair. But yeah, the main reason I go to Bicester is for Bicester Village for their discounted shopping deals. Nathan says the game is heating up, unlike the weather. It's a shame I can't really listen God, can't get my words out. Let me try again. It's a shame I can't listen to the commentary because otherwise I'd be able to hear what the atmosphere is like. But yeah, if I was to listen to commentary, I'd have to wear my headphones for about 2 hours, which I don't want to do. So yeah, I listen to the games when I'm on here with you guys without any match commentary. You're just down the road from Bicester Village. How interesting. My friend goes to university near there as well. VJ says he had a harvester in Bicester. I've not been to the harvester for many years, VJ. Nice though. I used to get like a nice roast dinner from the harvester. But yeah, I've not been for a long time. So Isidore standing over this Sunderland set piece once again. Substitution here for Watford, 80 minutes gone. Tom Ince coming on here. I'm not sure who's coming on for. Maybe Sissoko, potentially. Mamadou Doumbia. So Doumbia comes off and Tom Ince comes on. And I have to say, a round of applause is deserved for Mamadou Doumbia. A superb performance from him. Against a real top quality team, and yeah, it was his header and his and a foul against Doumbia that ultimately led to the equalising penalty. So fair play to Doumbia. I thought his performance was really excellent, actually. So yeah, really impressed with his contribution today. Francisco Sierralta here also getting ready to come on as well, which is for me not the right choice to make. I'm always against a little bit of I'm always against changing the centre backs during the game unless there's a enforced injury. Yeah, I don't know who Sierralta's coming on for here. We'll have to find out in just a moment. Unless Tom Cleverley is going to a back five potentially. Yeah, really well defended by Ryan Andrews. Yeah, I'm not sure who Sierralta's coming on for. We'll find out in just a moment. Georgie Shafatatse picking up a yellow card there as well. I'm not too sure what that was for because I wasn't paying attention. But less than 10 minutes to go here now until the 90-minute mark. Tom Cleverley's assistant, Damon Lamthorpe, is just on the touchline there, giving instructions to the Hornets. Selvik taking this goal kick long. Looking to find Kayembe. He does so. Kayembe takes the Selvik ball down brilliantly. And here's Tom Ince. Referee, it's a foul, surely. Referee says no foul. Tom Ince gets back up. And yeah, even if Watford do go on to win this game, hopefully we do, I do feel we've used a lot of energy in today's game, and I'm slightly worried for Tuesday just because we are coming up against. I mean, Leeds really are, let's be honest here, they're a Premier League quality team. They've got Premier League players. They're by far and away the best team in the Championship this season. And yeah, I'm just a little bit concerned that we don't have the legs to make the required changes to be fresh for that Leeds game on Tuesday. But the focus very much remains on this game for the final few minutes. They don't like the ref, the Sunderland fans, according to Nathan. Interesting. Nathan also says we wouldn't stand a chance against Leeds anyway, but I hope it doesn't take away the confidence again. Some very good curry places in Bicester apparently as well, according to Tony. I'll have to check them out next time I visit Bicester, Tony. It's quite a long trek actually. I mean, from my house, Bicester Village, and that general area is probably around. I'd say it's over an hour. The drive, probably like an hour 10, hour 20. It's not. I mean, it's obviously past Milton Keynes. There's probably another half hour, 40 minutes past. Not past Milton Keynes, past Aylesbury, I should say. So yeah. So Sissoko's come off, and Francisco Sierralta has come on, which suggests to me that yeah, Tom Cleverley is reversing to kind of a back five system for the final 5 or 10 minutes of this game. And yeah, my voice is starting to go now, so we will bring Callum on for the final few minutes in just a moment. But yeah, Sissoko comes off. He gives the captain's armband to Matty Pollock, which is good to see. Well done, Musa. And actually, to be fair, you know, I'm not his biggest fan. You guys know that. But I think Musa Sissoko has done a job in that right wing area today. So, you know, he's not been excellent. He's not been poor. But he's actually done okay. And I think we can all appreciate that. So, well done, Musa. He comes off. And, yeah, Francisco Sierralta comes on. Confirmation of that substitution on screen now. Steve the Pigeon, an interesting name, Steve. Do you own some pigeons? I don't know. He says, come on, you Orns. Love to see it. Nathan says 5 to 7 minutes added time, he feels. Yeah, get your predictions in the live chat. How much added time do you think there will be? I'm going to go for... I'll go for 5 minutes, I reckon. 5 minutes added time. Here's Kayembe. Really good work from Kayembe. Now Doumbia has come off. Kayembe is playing as kind of that focal point up front. So yeah, Kayembe doing the job kind of as a striker or as like a target man, as we saw him do against Norwich City. Come on, Watford. So 4 minutes of time to play in normal time. And then, of course, whatever's added on is up to the referee. Can someone update me on the Manchester City score as well? Because my brother told me at half time they were losing to Leyton Orient by 1-0. So has that changed? Are City still losing? Do let me know. Rudy's gone for 6 minutes of added time. We don't want that, Rudy. The less the better in this situation. They won 2-1, Man City, did they? Oh, VJ's gone 1-1, 2-1. So Man City 2... Oh, City 1, 2-1. Okay, thank you very much. And was that at Man City? Was that at Leyton Orient? I don't know. What other FA Cup games are on today? Oh, good save there by Selvik. Really good. Not really a lot of power on the shot, but it still needed to be dealt with there by Egil Selvik. They were playing Orient, Nathan. I'm just going to Google the FA Cup fixtures to see who else is coming along. We're 4 subscribers away from our goal for today's stream as well. So if you can and haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button down below. It's totally free to do, and we'll make sure you get notified about all our future streams and videos here on the channel. Loads of 3 p.m. FA Cup games. You've got Birmingham v Newcastle later today, Brighton Chelsea this evening, Blackburn Rovers v Wolves tomorrow. That'll be an interesting game. Plymouth Argyle versus Liverpool, Aston Villa Tottenham, Doncaster Palace and Exeter Forest. So there's no real huge tie actually. I watched Man United Leicester last night, which I thought was a good game. Oh, Sunderland have scored. It's a goal. I missed it. I missed the goal. I was looking at the FA Cup fixtures. Ugh. Let's see who this was then. I wasn't even paying attention. That's gutting. Oh. So here we go. It's from another corner. Oh, it's well worked, to be fair. Watford not paying attention. Yeah, we just lose concentration again. Oh, that's frustrating. Bloody hell. It's a Watford corner here. So who scored for Sunderland? Look, was it Isidore? I missed it, guys. Let me get the score change. Sorry. I'm all over the place here. We'll bring Callum in just a moment as well. So Sunderland 2, Watford 2. I did miss the goal. So here's Watford with the corner, though. Oh, it's headed clear. I mean, I'm still happy with the draw, but that is gutting to concede so late on. And the winless run, as it stands, continues. We'll bring Callum in now as we approach the 90-minute mark. Callum, welcome back to the stream. Oh, there we go. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're all right. Frustrating. 5 minutes added on. I've just had confirmed by Sky Sports. I've only seen one replay of the goal, Callum, because I was actually looking at the FA Cup fixtures. You want to talk me through the goal and who you think was at fault potentially?
I'll be completely honest with you. I was setting up everything to do with sofa score and stuff like that, so I actually haven't seen the goal either. But it came up whilst I was just getting ready to join the stream. I saw on my sofa score that it was 2-2. I was like, oh, that's devastating, and it is. I thought I was coming in here about to celebrate a win, which is so long overdue. And well, I mean, they are pushing for promotion and playoffs. It was always going to be a hard task to try and get a win against them, but it is gutting to lose that in the last few minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to sync yourself up with me, Callum, I mean, I don't know if you even have the game on anymore, but I'm on 90 minutes, 57 seconds as it stands. So, yeah, 4 minutes left to go during this game. Sunderland now putting Watford under an immense amount of pressure. I'll keep commentating, of course, whilst this attack is ongoing because, yeah, Sunderland broken down the right-hand side here. Cross comes into the back post, headed clear by Ryan Andrews. Shot still in play. Thought that was offside personally, and yeah, it has been ruled as offside to Watford with a free kick here to relieve some pressure. Callum, going into the game, I'm sure you would have been happy with the draw, but it is gutting to lose it so late on from a winning position, especially with the goal Imran Louza scored. But, you know, talk me through that goal, Callum. It was absolutely sensational, top draw finishing from our Moroccan magician.
Absolutely, absolutely incredible hit. Came out really out of nothing. I know it was through build-up play, and it was past to Louza on the edge. I think it was 35, 40, like 30, 35 yards. I think it was in the end. Absolutely incredible hit. Just it was hit with so much flair, so much finesse.
Wow, what a save that is by Egil Selvik. Isidore was through one-on-one, and it's saved by Egil Selvik. I mean, Isidore should have scored, Callum. The outside of his right foot, it looked like he was going to bend it past Selvik to give Sunderland the 3 points. And Selvik makes himself big, and that deserves a round of applause from me. Top draw goalkeeping. And wow, he keeps Watford in the game, and that's what it's been brought in to do. Egil Selvik, fantastic save. As Nathan says, 2 great saves. Wow, I mean, we are living on the edge right now, Callum. Oh, I've lost your audio, Callum. I think I can't hear you here. I think I've lost your audio.
Is everything good now? No.
All good, all good. I can hear you now.
Brilliant stuff. Yeah, I was just trying to sort out the audio configuration. There we go with the game because yeah, it was interfering with your audio. But yeah, the sort of goal. Yeah, it was a great save from Igor Selvik, who has been quite consistent throughout this entire game. To be honest with you, yeah, he's done a very impressive debut. And I was reading a few of the comments. I think his name was Matthias in the comments earlier on.
Yeah, Matthias seems to have played with Selvik. I don't know if you saw, but he seems to have played with Selvik in early on in his career, it seems.
Yeah, in Hordaland in Norway. And that was a really insightful comment to make there. Yeah, it'd be brilliant if we can try and see him on the channel to really learn a bit more about him realistically. You know, and from what we've seen already, a really intense game against Sunderland, who really put on the high press and have really passionate fans. It's always going to be really hard. Yeah, it was amazing to see. And hopefully we can see this continue, and he can deputise well for Dan's absence, and maybe even in the future start over Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's 1 minute of game time to go here. It looks like James Abankwah has gone down with some sort of lower back injury. You know, whether he's actually injured or not, you know, we'll never know. But it's probably just wasting a bit of time here for Watford to get to the end of this match. And for Sunderland, you'd think from their perspective, this is a missed opportunity. You know, a Watford squad who really have a lot of injuries, lots of players missing. Tom Cleverley, you know, right now being really vocal on the touchline. He looks absolutely drenched out there, Cleverley, today. His hair is absolutely soaking. And Sunderland here in the last 30 seconds are still coming for Watford. The cross comes in. It's headed clear by Abankwah. Ngakia with some defending to do here. Another cross comes in. Clear by Ryan Andrews this time. Still under pressure here, Watford, in the final stages. We've reached the 5 minutes added time. Surely the referee's going to blow up now. Just get it clear, Watford.
This will be it now, I think.
The referee's letting the game play on. Sunderland come again. Tom Deli Bashiri picks up the ball this time. He's been fouled. Referee, come on. That's disgusting. Yellow card. Thank you very much. I mean, the referee should blow up in just a moment, Callum. And then we'll come to you for your man of the match. For me, it's a difficult one. I think I've got the name in my head, but there's a few candidates for man of the match today. We'll come to you for that in just a moment. So Selvik with the free kick here. He's going to take it long, and that should be game done for Watford. And the draw away at the Stadium of Light. Here we go. Come on, referee, blow up. No, he's letting the game carry on. I'm a bit concerned here. The referee's given Sunderland a free kick. Oh, God, I hate these last minute holding on to draws. I don't like it. Cross comes in. It's blocked by Ryan Andrews.
It's got to be it, surely.
96 minutes, 12 seconds played. And the referee has blown up. The game ends. Sunderland 2, Watford 2. Oh, gutted we didn't get the win, Callum, but a real valiant effort from Watford today. You know, Rudy says here, solid point. VJ says good performance. Nathan said good game. It's finished 2-2. Looks like a draw, lads. Good game. I'm just gutted, Callum. We didn't pick up the 3 points, but it stops what was a very long losing streak for Watford. It's a point against a team who are challenging for promotion, and that should give us confidence going into Leeds, going into Middlesbrough, and looking further ahead, going into that Luton game in a few weeks' time.
Exactly, a really good performance against a team who I thought were going to absolutely trounce over us today in Sunderland. Like, I know they're battling right at the top of the table. Obviously, we've faltered in form on the back of 3 losses in a row, and I was hoping for something completely different. And alas, it did happen. It was looking to happen. We got back into the game, making it 1-1, and obviously that absolute screamer from Louza, which I'll just touch on a little point a bit later on, just before we finish up. Yeah, obviously making it 2-1 to us, and it was looking extremely positive. Getting a win against such a strong team against all accounts, and obviously that last minute winner, last minute equaliser is really, that was gutting, and it definitely did put a hole into our confidence. And obviously we have managed to get the draw, managed to get the point. It's better than no points at all. But yeah, it's just some really promising performances in there from one debutant in Igor Selvik. I think that's his name, or I don't actually know his first name. I'm just going to call him Selvik. How about that?
No,
Yeah,
you got it spot on, Callum. Egil Selvik is about right. Egil
Selvik. Okay, Egil Selvik, brilliant. Yeah, amazing debut for him. Made that vital save, which could have very well seen us lose that game right at the very end there. Obviously, an Isidore shot, but made himself big, made himself intimidating, and stopped Isidore's shot in the end. And then, of course, for me, about to say my man of the match, but I'm in crossways between two people in Mamadou Doumbia. Absolute brilliant performance from him today, taking on such a gigantic role against two people which would have started today in Rako Batra and Vacuum Bayo. So to see him have such an impressive impression on the team, and how well he can carry that on into an even worse and even more challenging game versus Leeds. It's going to be great to see whether he's deserved of another start and whether Tom has seen enough in him to see if he can lead the line again. But yeah, for me, really valiant effort from the boys. It's just very gutting to see a 2-2 draw.
Absolutely. While we're here, I'm going to say a big thank you to everyone who submitted super chats today. VJ with 2 super stickers. So VJ, I really appreciate your ongoing support. And Kevin pops up with a £2 super chat, and he said, "Channel doing great, mate." So I appreciate Kevin tuning in. He's got a great channel. Actually, Kevin, he does his own music and stuff as well, which is really good to listen to. So I appreciate you tuning in, Kevin. I'm going to go over to FOTMob in just a moment to get the player ratings, and we'll talk about our man of the match as well, Callum, before we end. You said it's between two players in, I think you said Mamadou Doumbia, and I assume your second player probably is Imran Louza. Am I correct in saying that?
No, yes. So, right, okay. Yeah, so you were right on one player. It was Mamadou Doumbia. I just think, for the impression that he brought on the team at such a young age, and yeah, just deputising for two players that I think I would have signed. Let's be completely honest, I would have been in the starting 11. It's been absolutely brilliant. So he's definitely worthy of a shout. Imran Louza as well, of course, controlling the midfield alongside TDB, both of them getting the goals. Today's been brilliant to see. Actually, just on that, just before I pick my man of the match, I do want to share something real quick via a share screen. So bear with me just one moment. I want to see if this can pop up quickly. Where is it? See if I can go via this. Okay, bear with me just one minute. I'm trying to get that sorted out. I'll do that right at the end. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, so for me, probably man of the match would go to. I'm going to say. It's a hard one because
it's got to be Louza for me, Callum. To be honest with you, it's
I know,
close,
yeah,
but I think Louza, out of everyone, was excellent.
He was brilliant. Like I said there, just before I was trying to sort out what I was trying to sort out. He has controlled the midfield well today with TDB. I'm gonna give it to. Do you know what? I could just be saying this because he just had a really good game and did well in deputising for two people. I'm going to give it to Mamadou Doumbia. That could be, for me, a bit of an overreaction because we could see him. It could see it all fall apart against Leeds, which hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he can continue on that run, as he looked really promising today against a team that are battling for promotion. But yeah, it could have been one of 4 players today. It really could have been. It was a really good performance.
Absolutely, and we'll just go through the Watford player ratings before we end off the stream. So Egil Selvik, I know you said he had a great performance, but it's only been given a 6.7, which I feel is really harsh considering he made a vital save at the end from Isidore towards the very final stages of the match. Ryan Andrews, poor, I would say, potentially. Certainly partly at fault for that first goal. James Abankwah, again, one of his more iffy games, I would say. Had good moments, but when he was under pressure, I felt he was susceptible at times. Matty Pollock, outstanding for me once again. Yasser Larouchi, poor. He's always going to be poor when he's playing left back rather than left wing back. Imran Louza has been awarded man of the match with an 8.3 rating, which far exceeds anything else awarded to Watford players. Tom Daly with a 7.6, obviously with his penalty goal. Georgie Shakpatatse, again for me, the frustration is just not being more clinical in the final third, but he still gets a 7.3. Kayembe picks up the assist for the loser goal, so he gets a 7.3. Sissoko come off on the 85th minute, gets a 6.4. Now, I actually didn't think Sissoko did too badly, in my opinion. He wasn't excellent, he wasn't really poor, but in terms of just being an option out wide in the right and holding up the ball, I felt he did well in that regard. And Doumbia, well-deserved, Callum, a 7.5 rating up front. So for me, Louza is the clear man of the match, but some great performances out there from the majority of the Watford team.
Definitely, yeah. Like I said, it could have been a toss-up between so many players getting man of the match today, and it's great to see such a performance and such a controlled performance from both midfielders. Obviously, seeing TDB back, I wouldn't say to his best, but to a very high level, and obviously Imran Louza doing what he does best. Our Moroccan magician, absolutely brilliant, and a really promising debut from Selvik. I have got it working now, so tell me if you can see this, because I'm very proud of this. Of course, I know, I don't know if you recall, James, but last night you did send me over a message saying predictions for the Sunderland game. You've gone for a 3-0 loss. I went for something similar, but I did put in a very good shout.
Are you sharing your screen now? Oh, here we go. I can see it now. So we'll just bring this up on the screen. Here we go.
Just take a look at that. I mean, yes, I know. No, I got the score a bit wrong, saying 3-1, but I did say Imran Louza would bag, and that he did. Absolutely. I mean, and what fashion he did as well in a 30 to 35 yard banger. So sorry, I just wanted to big myself up there. I was very, very proud of that. But yeah, that was just thought I'd quickly bring that up. Brilliant performance from the boys. I'm not going to ramble on for too long now, as I felt like I have. Disappointed to get a draw, but hopefully we can bring this confidence. This is going to be a massive morale booster moving into Leeds. Yeah, it's better than no points at all.
Absolutely. Callum, thank you once again for coming on. We really appreciate it. And as I say every week, I'm watching these matches anyway from home, so I might as well share the experience with you guys. And yeah, I felt very strange today, so I apologise if some of my words didn't come out as fluently as they should have. But look, very happy with the 2-2 draw. Gutted we didn't get the 3 points ultimately. But finally, Callum, I think before we go, we have to give credit to the 400 or so Watford fans who made the trip up to Sunderland today. I know Watford did the gesture of goodwill, giving them a £10 food voucher to spend in the concourse before the match. A quick word on the fans that travelled up today, Callum.
Absolutely amazing, yeah. Brilliant stuff from them. It just shows, just testament to how amazing our fan base is. And of course, I mean, we haven't had too much praise to give them, especially over these last few days with this whole transfer saga. And I felt like the vibe of the club's been quite negative. But it's good to see the club put together a gesture of goodwill for about a 58-mile trip. I think I read last. It's absolutely incredible, incredibly long trip, but it's incredible of the fans to show such vast support. And it's testament to see the people that are backing Tom, and hopefully the club can see that we do have incredible support behind our players, and to see the shift they put in after such a long journey is really, really refreshing to see. So it's another game up. It's another game. I don't know if it's away from home, the game against Leeds, or maybe at the Vic. But either way, it's still going to be a really
Leeds
really
is at the Vic,
game.
And then we go away to Sunderland next weekend, Callum.
Well, brilliant. I mean, there you go. So we're going to have even more people in attendance there, showing their support. They're amazing support as ever against the best team far and out in the Championship. Hopefully we can get a result against there. Hopefully this confidence really does drag along with us, and we can see some more promising performances and just end the season in a good position. Just end the next few weeks in a good position, because we definitely are capable of doing so, especially with the performance that we've shown today.
Great stuff. All right, we'll leave it there then. Thank you so much to everyone for watching today. I really appreciate it. Thank you to VJ and Kevin for their super chats as well. That's always appreciated. The financial support towards the channel will help us in the future buy some new equipment, which is always nice. And yeah, looking forward to Leeds on Tuesday, albeit that will probably be a loss given how good they are. And then Middlesbrough next weekend, I think, is a big opportunity before we face Luton at Vicarage Road. And I know Brendan from the Netherlands is coming over for the Luton game. Adam from America is coming over as well, which I'm looking forward to. So yeah, I don't know how I'm going to meet both of them before the game, but I'll give it my my best shot. And yeah, Callum, are you planning to come to many more games this season? I know you're at university, so it's a bit more difficult, but maybe get over for one final game before May potentially.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting there for the final game of the season at the Vic.
Great stuff. Good to hear. All right, we'll leave it there. Callum, thanks for joining me. You can follow Callum at the Hornets House on Instagram and on Twitter. You can follow the Watford Way at the Watford Way across all platforms. Very simple. And yeah, I'll see you again for my Sunderland reaction, which will be out later this afternoon, and then we'll be looking ahead to Leeds, and then we'll be back here live next weekend for our Middlesbrough watch along away, which is again, you know, another long journey for them travelling Watford supporters. So once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.